Like and subscribe to have amazing luck for the rest of the week. Every time motion is picked up, trail cams start recording, which means there is no shortage of interesting footage out there. Usually these cams are set up by hunters and reviewed going into the hunting season to get an idea of what is out there. But you would be surprised by what is captured in the woods where few humans step foot. Some of these may even scare you. So grab a blanket and get comfy as we check out 15 of the scariest things caught on trail cams. Number 15, this deer will turn your head. Starting things off, we have a deer that will leave you with many questions. In St. Mary's, Idaho, a video was recorded and put online of a deer with a seemingly crooked neck. We see the animal's head awkwardly hanging to its side as it walks through the forest, and this deer appears to be unable to lift or move its head. However, it's able to navigate and stroll about relatively fine. Locals have dubbed it the crooked neck deer as they have watched the fawn grow up and survived the past few years with what scientists believe to be a broken spine. Catherine Guevara, the original poster, wrote a comment alongside the video that reads, "I was pretty shocked, to be honest. I'd never seen anything like her before. To me, it's a miracle that she's even alive to have babies after seeing her walk around with her neck kinked like this." According to Guevara, she first saw the deer 4 years ago and has since spotted it on numerous occasions walking around with fawns. While her neck looks rather uncomfortable, she seems to be healthy and coping with her spinal fracture better than anyone would expect. Number 14, mystery animal of the Rio Grande Valley. Up next, we have an odd creature that was captured on another trail cam. This was recorded in Benson, Rio Grande State Park. When a ranger submitted an image to forest officials, they were baffled and left scratching their heads. The image was then put up on Facebook, where officials of Texas Parks and Wildlife sought out help from social media users to maybe get some idea into what the strange-looking animal is. Folks online could not stop racking their brains to figure out what it could be. Users tossed out their best guesses, which included an opossum crossed with a raccoon, a chupacabra, an unknown species, and one even guessed that it was a park ranger in disguise. I am curious to hear what you guys think it might be. Have you ever seen anything like it? Number 13, Washington State Sasquatch sighting. In this next clip, we have someone from the Washington State Department of Transportation who is convinced he has video evidence of Bigfoot. If you're familiar with the area, the subject in question was spotted on Sherman Pass on the I-90 wildlife overcrossing near Snoqualmie Pass. It's interesting. Whenever there's supposed Sasquatch evidence, the footage is always grainy or the subject is very far away. Coincidence? Well, anyway, let's roll the clip. In the footage, we see the figure walking across the screen until it fades off into the distance. The subject's walking is very human-like. I think it's also important to point out the size ratio. Nothing in this clip screams that the figure is big enough to be Bigfoot, but that could just be me. A local, at Lily Gazoo, commented on this clip saying that she goes back and forth over the I-90 often and noted that there is high, strong fencing that goes on for miles to keep wildlife out of the roadway. She also wrote that there is no parking along this area, so if this is a hoaxer, they had to go to a lot of trouble to do this. Could this possibly be Bigfoot or just another hoax? Number 12, deer in a wig? This next photo is going to leave you with a lot of questions. And unfortunately, no, this is not a deer in a wig. This strange buck was spotted in January of 2020 roaming the woods. It looks almost like a bad wig on a deer, but is actually a buck suffering from a medical condition known as antleroma. This was first posted to the North Carolina Candid Critters Facebook page via Charlotte Observer. If you have never heard of the condition before, it can be characterized by abnormal antler growth. Antleroma transforms deer into monster-like creatures as their antlers form horrific knots on their head. In the most extreme scenarios, this condition can be fatal as the antlers grow in reverse, which means into the deer's brain. In this photo specifically, it's almost like there is a pile of grapes resting on the buck's head. Would you be frightened if you came across this deer? Number 11, wild characters captured on cam. The photos you're about to see will have you looking at Kansas City, Missouri a little differently. These images were captured at Celebration Park in Gardner after Gardner police set up 2 trail cams. These were to monitor the area after a recent mountain lion sighting in the Celebration Park area. However, Gardner police never expected the trail cams to catch what they did. While the cameras did catch some wildlife, they also caught some wild people. "We've definitely got some wildlife," commented Lee Kraut of the Gardner Police Department jokingly. Over the span of 3 days, the cams captured people dressed up in various costumes, such as a gorilla, Santa Claus, a werewolf, a swamp creature, a man in an unrecognizable mask, and a strange woman with a walker and a bow and arrow. It's clear these people were just pranking and having fun, and the Gardner Police Department found the images quite amusing. Number 10. Camera near hunting shack catches something odd. Up next, we have an image that has even hunting professionals stumped. The original poster, Casey Kadrowski, has seen nearly all types of wildlife on the game trail cam he and his brother install each year outside their family's hunting shack, located in northern Minnesota. Going into deer season one year, they were reviewing the tapes and saw something that left them both shocked and puzzled. In fact, they each accused one another of playing a prank when they saw a large, fuzzy creature walking on 2 legs across the screen. Usually, the first thought in these situations is Bigfoot. After further inspection, they determined it could not be a bear. While fuzzy like a bear, the arms didn't match what a bear's arms look like. If it was a person, they would have to be about 7 feet tall according to the measurements they made on a nearby tree. Casey Kadrowski commented, "It didn't look like either of them. We both kind of had the idea in the back of our minds, but didn't want to go and say Bigfoot because we've never seen one." Kadrowski said hunting season felt a little different after that, and the less he thought about the creature, the better. He and his family are not ready to consider themselves Bigfoot believers, and I guess we will never know what they saw. Number 9. Proof of a bear elk. I have my doubts about this next image, but I am curious to hear what others think about it. This image was posted to hunttalk.com, a hunting forum, by a user by the name of Kansas Dad, who says while the image is not his, it was given to him by a reliable source. So take that information as you may. In the image, we see what appears to be a normal bear, except, wait, it has antlers that look like they're growing out of its head. I've stared at this image for a solid bit, and I have tried to analyze whether there could be an optical illusion of sorts going on, but I don't see how there would be a buck standing behind this bear in such a way that the antlers look like they are resting on the bear's head like this. Did someone catch a mythical creature on a trail cam? Or is some internet user trying to troll people with Photoshop? What do you think? Number 8. Humanoid-like creature observed in Australia forest. If this next clip does not send shivers down your spine, I have some questions. An internet user by the name of Cameron submitted this video to an online platform in an attempt to get some clarity as to what he captured on his trail cam in a forest near Sydney, Australia. The video was reportedly captured on the night of October 21st, 2022. In the clip, we see something that looks like a head with 2 large, reflective eyes moving in front of a tree in the lower left side of the video. According to the user, this cam starts recording when movement is sensed, and the moving head seems to be what started this particular recording. There has been much speculation on the internet about whether or not the head is actually there, considering that there is nobody visible at any point in the video. Could this be an anomalous being like the Dover Demon, or is there a reasonable explanation for what we are seeing? Number 7. Fallen angel in Catalonia. From the moment this video starts, you know exactly how it's going to go. It's funny, the same can be said about horror films. No matter how many of them you watch, often you can sense when a jump scare is about to happen. And as much as you don't want to see the scare or get got, you can't look away from it. In this clip, we see this person stumble upon an odd-looking creature. Is this staged or a hoax? Maybe, but I won't be the first to say I am scared of ever coming across anything like it. In the video, you can feel when the creature is about to turn and give you a scare from the moment it first appears on camera. But even as predictable as it is, that doesn't make it any less scary when it actually happens. What are your thoughts on this? Number 6. Tree ghost. Up next, we have something hanging from a tree, and I don't think I'm alone when I say I don't think I want to know what's actually going on here. In this clip, we have someone in a vehicle recording as they are going down the road, but when they look up into a tree they're passing under, there appears to be something in the tree. It's really hard to tell what it is, but it looks like some human-like figure, and it's either hanging or floating up in the tree. This is the sort of nightmare fuel that makes me say, even if it is fake, it's a bit too much for me personally. Number 5. What did he catch on his trail cam? This clip you're about to see is very confusing, especially after gathering the context behind it. Supposedly, according to the original poster, there were rumors of a mountain lion in the area, which prompted this person to set up a trail cam in hopes of maybe catching the animal on camera. After hearing where the animal was last spotted, a bag of meat trimming was left at said location in question, with a trail cam located nearby to record any activity. So what did he catch on cam? Well, it's hard to say what we're looking at here. If I were to guess, it looks like we have a malnourished homeless person here in oversized shoes, carrying their possessions in a plastic bag. They likely stumbled upon the bag of trimmings while scavenging for something to eat and then realized it was a setup to catch something. But I want to know what you think. Number 4. Wait, a werewolf? It's funny how people jump to extreme conclusions anytime something slightly abnormal is captured on camera and posted to the internet. And up next, we have a prime example of this. This video was uploaded to Facebook by Siddharth Gandhi and shows a moment that was recorded in Wyoming's Yellowstone National Park in Lamar Valley. After this video was posted, the comment section was flooded with claims that this is proof of werewolves or the return of dire wolves based on the size of this creature. The photographer mentioned that this was likely a black-colored gray wolf, which is very rare and endangered. Either way, it's amazing that this photographer was able to capture the recording of this majestic animal. Number 3. Paranormal orbs captured on security cam. While this next one is not exactly a trail cam, this door cam captured something you need to see. This video was recorded by a couple from Kentucky on their front door security camera. People install these cameras usually to monitor when packages arrive and such, but they also record moments we would have never otherwise seen, like what I'm about to show you. In the posted video, you see what looks like a shadowy figure on the left corner of the video, accompanied by floating orbs in the surrounding porch area. Is it possible that this front porch is haunted? Or is there a reasonable explanation for this? Tell me what you think in the comments. Number 2. Ghost girl playing in the woods. For a long time, this picture was floating around the internet that is an image of a ghost-like figure of a young girl playing in the woods. The image generated buzz and chatter about the spirit world and had people convinced for a while that a clear image of a ghost had finally been caught, as often paranormal images are very blurry and hard to make out. But the mystery of this ghost girl has finally come to a close, as she is in fact not a ghost but a real live girl. Her grandfather recently ID'd her, according to Cambridge Police Chief George Bell, who received a call from the man. Bell told the news, "I don't want to give a name until we verify it, but it's a local businessman in southern Washington County who says, around the time frame that this picture was taken, that he and his granddaughter were walking a four-wheeler path." While ghost hunters are disappointed by the news, the Cambridge Police Department is happy to put the story to rest. Number 1. Witch caught on camera. This video you are about to see will surely leave you feeling unsettled and make sure you never find yourself driving alone in the country at night. You have likely seen your share of internet clips that you are convinced are faked and staged, but they still live rent-free in your brain and find a way to visit you in your nightmares. Well, for me, this is one of those clips. This was uploaded to YouTube entitled "Real Witch Seen, Extremely Shocking Video," and has over 2.5 million views at the time of this recording. According to the original poster, this supposed witch was caught on camera at Dev Pavan Ghats in India. As someone who has watched their share of scary videos on the internet, this is one of those videos that I think about every couple of months. Even if this video is staged, it looks and feels so authentic, and this person should get into horror filmmaking if they are not already in the field. If you enjoyed today's video, subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Have you come across any scary trail cam footage on your own? Share about it in the comments, and be sure to check out these videos on the screen. Thanks for watching!